I'm telling them that I can't breathe. Clearly he don't give a damn about my plea. His ancestors used to hang us on trees. Today they identify as road police. You see I'm black, for that I'm a threat to America. My rise is their fall and their fall is evident. Blood on your hands is heavier than an America's closet and see skeletons. They killing us.
Welcome to my channel. I'm the 20th Key, and this is Reunite Sandy Speaks. And as a reminder, Reunite Sandy Speaks is a series where we are documenting the inequalities, the abuse, and the attacks on Black people in this country. Today we're going to talk about Pieper Lewis. Here, this is Pieper Lewis. Maybe you guys have heard the story. If not, I'm glad you're watching so you can learn about Pieper Lewis. Pieper Lewis is a 17-year-old girl who was recently convicted of, I believe it was voluntary manslaughter, when she stabbed her rapist to death. Again, Pieper is a foster child who was placed in the foster care system, I believe at the age of 3. She was with a foster family a husband and wife that divorced. And after the divorce, according to Pieper, the mother became very abusive and Pieper ended up running away. She was homeless and she was taken in by a man, a 37-year-old man, who he created a dating profile and enlisted Pieper Lewis at the age of 15 into a sex trafficking ring. And this man sent her to be with this man, Zachary Brooks, who over the course of a week, who has allegedly raped Pieper. And she ended up taking a knife off the table and stabbing the man multiple times, killing him. And it's a really very, very sad story. It's really troubling to me because I can only imagine the life of this young Black girl. And so, again, this is Reunite Sandy Speaks. And my purpose is to document the inequalities of Black people in this country. I am aware that other girls, not just Black women, or might be a victim of sex trafficking, but as we know in this country, Black people are not valued, and they're not afforded the same protection as non-Black citizens. And I kind of want to highlight Pieper Lewis and kind of like add her to the young Black kids, young Black adults that have struggled in this country, and hopefully we can offer some kind of guidance, support, and acknowledgement to Pieper Lewis. I kind of want to talk about this a bit. I want to talk about, so she was convicted, but you know what, you guys, it's something that concerns me that I read about her case. You know, wait a minute, I'm gonna pause for a minute. I'm gonna find this article, and I want to read this to you because I found it troubling, and I just want to highlight what happens when Black children are in the foster care system, the family court system, and how they're treated and how they're perceived. And I'm going to stop for a moment. I'm going to find the article. Okay, again, you guys, this is Reunite Sandy Speaks. And again, the purpose is to document the inequalities committed against Black people in this country. And I'm talking about Pieper Lewis because I want to document so we can compare and contrast the different experiences of Black children opposed to non-Black children. And I want to share this with you. This is something the neurologist said about her. And again, it concerns me why I'm sharing this with you, because what I want to highlight and specify, again, is the differences in how Black people are treated. And I want to say this to you. If you remember, if you're following along, if you understand this series, the purpose is to document that we are not treated equally, that we need protection, that we are at risk of genocide. We are experiencing genocide. And it concerns me when we talk about black children or black people. I have concerns with how professionals who are responsible for giving professional opinions about black children. It concerns me. And I just want to highlight this to you. This was something said by a neurologist. His name is Kinshirf, Dr. Kinshirf, Kinscherff. He made a statement. Lewis needs continued counseling to assist her adjustment to the adult world. Let me go back. I want to start with what he said at first. Kinshirf, the neurologist, testified Wednesday that Lewis had committed a major offense. Pieper Lewis, the 15-year-old girl who's now 17, who was a foster child who was in a sex trafficking ring being raped by grown men, and she's 15 years old. Again, he says, Lewis had committed a major offense. Viewing her entirely as a victim can be helpful in addressing her current needs, but she also needs to be taught accountability so she does not stumble back into the life that led her involvement in self-trafficking and Brooke's death, he said. Lewis needs continued counseling to assist her adjustment to the adult world and therapy to manage her anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Kinshirf says she needs to be placed in a program that teaches her accountability and to help her understand how she made decisions that led to her becoming vulnerable to exploitation by others, he said. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to stay on this aspect too long, but reading that was troubling to me. I understand the word accountability. I think that's one of the purposes of this channel is for black people to start finally being accountable for our own lives and for each other. But I'm just troubled that he said that she committed a major offense. She was being raped repeatedly at 15 years old. She's a foster child. And he talks about her ability to make decisions. I'm a little stuck there, you guys. I'm a little stuck there. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck there. I'm unhappy with him saying that. And the reason why I'm stuck, because I do understand the idea of accountability, but she's 15 years old. At any rate, if you guys are familiar with what happened, the judge sentenced her, I believe, to 5 years probation, and he sentenced her to $150,000 in restitution to the family. And a lot of people kind of barked about that, but according to Iowa state law, that you have to make restitution to the family of the victim. And by God's grace, one of her teachers, did a GoFundMe and raised over $200,000 for Pieper Lewis. This is troubling. The whole story is not a pleasant one, but I'm very happy about the judge only giving her 5-year probation. Again, people barked about the restitution, and it's part of the state law, so he couldn't get around it, the judge. He really couldn't around it, but the thing about restitution, I wasn't too terribly... Yeah, so the judge ordered her to pay $150,000 in restitution. And it's a Iowa state law based on being a victim. And I believe the money is going to go to the child of the victim. And this man raped a 15-year-old child repeatedly. And you guys, y'all know me, everything happens in divine order. So the judge's name is Judge David Porter. This is Judge David Porter. I don't have too much criticism about Judge David Porter. He did only give her 5 years probation, which I think it's fair because she did plead guilty to involuntary manslaughter. But the upside of this is that a former teacher, what is her name? A former teacher, Leland Schnipper, Schipper, Schnipper, Lewis Schnipper, started a GoFundMe for Pieper Lewis. And today, by Tuesday, the campaign had raised over $550,000 for Pieper Lewis in her restitution. Everything happened in divine order, y'all. And also, the judge ordered that Pieper do her probation at this place called Fresh Start. Fresh Start is a Fresh Start Foundation provides education, resource, and support for women to positively transform their lives and strengthen our community. So, you guys, I'm not happy. Like, this is a very sad story because for me, what I constantly think about is this child's life. And according to reports, this is a good girl. She's a smart girl. She's an optimistic girl. And I'm troubled that she was sex trafficked for years, that she killed someone at 15. It's troubling, but I think I'm not too dissatisfied with the outcome. I think Judge David Porter was reasonably fair to her. And I think this women's Fresh Start Women's Foundation. You guys, I'm going to place the information for the Women's Fresh Start. And you guys, I don't know if I'm corny or whatever, y'all, but I'm going to put the information here. And if you guys want to write Pieper Lewis, maybe I'll have an opportunity to write her myself. I just think you guys, I'm kind of melancholy today. Y'all can tell I'm trying to be like upbeat and high spirited, but I got the blues today. You guys, I'm dealing with the blues, some stuff that's going on in my life. But I want us to like become a family, like as Black people, that we sincerely make an effort to support each other. I don't know if this is the time or the video to discuss this, but again, Reunite Sandy Speaks is about documenting the inequalities done to Black people. And I talk often about this. You guys know me. Listen, you guys, I'm laughing because a lot of you guys who watch, know me from different spaces. I'm the 20th kid, but because my Twitter page says Judge Sarah Heidel is a racist, maybe y'all call me the judge. I'm not laughing at myself. I'm like, I'm the 20th. And y'all be like, Miss Judge. And I'm like, okay, I will be the judge. And so why I'm prefacing that, because a lot of people who are watching the video already know me and they've heard me speak in different forums. And I'm about liberating Black people. And one of the things that I think is very crucial is that we recognize our mental state. Okay, we have to be very mindful, and I'm not like, I have some concerns about saying this because I don't want anyone to feel defeated, feel like this negative cloud over us is going to stop us from being the best we could be. Excuse me, as we could be. I'm so sorry, you guys. But what I just want to highlight is certain things that my themes I'm going to say repeatedly and overly because I just want you guys to get it. We have to be mindful that we live in a country that makes us feel inadequate, less than, secondary. And you have to recognize what that does to the psyche, what that does to your mental health or your self-worth or how you see yourself, how you feel. Okay, you could be positive, outgoing, even conceited, narcissistic, whatever, happy, confident, humble, or whatever. But the fact still remains, we live in a country where we repeatedly are made to feel inferior. We get these messages everywhere. Many of us experience this in our daily lives. And I'm saying that to you because one of the solutions that to combat that is awareness. So I just want you to be mindful of how you feel and how you think, and understand, if you're feeling a little down, or you're a little oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Ooh. Oh, how embarrassing. If you're feeling a little defensive, just be mindful. I don't want us to going through life, because I'm documenting this and I'm showing the country that black people are not free and liberated, that America has broken its promise to us under the 14th Amendment, and we need change. That we've been in this country our entire lives and we have never experienced freedom. And with that said, I just want you to be mindful that if you're experiencing like hypervigilance, feeling like always under threat, always like watching over your back, how do I say don't do that, right? Like, wait a minute. You on here talking about how they coming for us. How do we not walk around like that, right? I'm just asking you to be conscious and make an effort and, try to believe that we are going to finally get liberation. I believe that. And I plan on being kind of part of the solution for that. And how I'm going to do that is to enlist you people to come rock with me and us brainstorm how we are going to finally get liberation in this country. And let this country know that, listen, we matter. And it's time that we get the legal protection that we deserve, that we need as human beings. Anyway, yeah, so Pieper Lewis is going to be... she's being reprimanded. I don't know what it's called, but she's being ordered to stay at this Women's Fresh Start Women Foundation. Maybe you guys will have an opportunity to reach out to these people and do look at the history and see, can I find out some information about this Fresh Start Women Foundation, because it might be a positive thing for her. Hopefully it is. And while I'm here, I'm going to do a quick update about the Akron 3. You guys remember I did the video about the Akron 3. These are 3 boys who accidentally, oh my God, how embarrassing am I making this video and I'm yawning. Like, I'm boring myself. Clearly, right? I hope I'm not boring you. As much as it seems like I'm boring myself. Anyway, I'm so silly. I want to talk to you really briefly about the Akron 3. Oh, I had the most terrible time trying to raise money for these boys and get in touch with them. I wrote Tyler and the letter came back. I haven't given up and I haven't forgotten about them. This is the Akron 3. They were charged, I think involuntary manslaughter. It changed. It was originally murder, first degree murder, but I think it was changed. They accidentally murdered the little boy, killed the little boy, who came and played a trick on them, sprayed them with a water gun or something, and they got into a fight and the little boy hit his head. And if you guys remember, I have concerns about their legal fees and just us supporting them. And I'm not going to go into too deeply, you guys, but I wrote the letter to Tyler. The letter came back, and I'm going to have to do some more investigation on that. I don't want you guys to think that I forgot about them. I'm going to do some recaps or some follow-ups on many of my videos, okay, you guys? Also, how many minutes are we in? Because it's another topic I want to talk about while I got you guys here. Another tragedy, a young black woman, Tanisha Montgomery. Tanisha Montgomery was enlisted in the service. And here, you guys, let me just put the video. I'm gonna put this, edit this in, let you see what happened.
Report, Rich.
Thanks, Marnie. I've covered a lot of stories involving the military, many of them good, some of them bad. This is likely among the worst. And if not for the video that you're about to see, we might not even know about it at all.
27-year-old Denisha Montgomery pursued her dreams and joined the Army 2 years ago.
I gotta protect my mama and my sister.
She was determined to help provide for her 3 young boys. Assigned to the 139th Military Police Company at Fort Stewart, this summer when she was stationed in Wiesbaden, Germany, her trust in the military abruptly changed.
Honey,
this is all I wanted to do. Mom, this is all I wanted to do.
On July 19th, she made a frantic video call to her family and asked them to record it.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Jada. Hey, Mom.
I love you.
I just want to come home. Look what they did to me.
Oh my God.
She had serious bruises, open wounds on her body.
What is that from?
I don't know.
That looks like a knife or something.
In this 12-minute video call with her family, she said she went with a group of military police from her unit off base to a water park, said they had been drinking, and on the car ride back, they assaulted her.
They choked me out. Look, they was doing me in the car. I kept telling them, I was like, I can't breathe. I was like, I can't breathe. I was gasping for air. I was like, bro, I ain't never been so scared in my life. I thought I was going to die in the car, bro.
That evening, while she was on the video call, her family called the Red Cross and reported what she had told them, that 4 military police officers assaulted and strangulated her.
So I was like, just let me out of the car. But they wouldn't let me out of the car. And then all this happened.
In and out of tears on the call, she vowed to report her assault the next day.
I'm going to talk to CID tomorrow.
And what? Tell them that you just want to get out, or what?
I'm telling them that I don't want to be here no more. I'll do whatever I have to do, Mom. I'm coming. I can't be here no more. I don't trust them. I don't trust my leadership. I don't want to be here with none of them no more.
In a text message to her uncle the next day, she wrote, "They told me if I report an assault, I'll be charged with assault too because I mushed the female and bit the male that was choking me." 21 days later, on August 9th, Denisha Montgomery was found dead in her barrack. That same day, the Army told Denisha Montgomery's family that she took her own life.
And they said that we're sorry to inform you that your daughter has committed suicide by suffocation. And I said, how do you suffocate yourself?
I know that my daughter wouldn't kill herself.
No doubt in your mind.
No doubt in my mind. I know my kid, man.
The Army released a statement 5 days later confirming Denisha Montgomery was found unresponsive in her barrack and said, "The incident is currently under investigation by U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division."
But it doesn't make any sense. How are you still investigating when you prematurely said she committed suicide? That tells me that you've already have a determination.
Tamika Light is Denisha Montgomery's aunt. She served 13 years as an Army sergeant and was awarded the Purple Heart.
Something in the back of my mind told me that when she was attacked on the 19th of July, that there was something bigger at play. Something told me that her life was in danger.
None of Denisha's family believes she took her own life. Her husband, Joshua.
I know she didn't commit suicide.
No doubt in your mind.
No doubt in my mind.
Her sister, Jada.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Do you think your sister was murdered?
I do. It's just by who and when.
And how many? And how many knew about it and how many covered it up?
I don't know what she knew, but it had to be too much. You know, like I said, my daughter told me she was scared. I've never heard my daughter say that ever in her life. Ever. She wasn't scared of anything.
She was set to come home in 3 weeks. Sent pictures of her bags packed and waiting.
I talked to her that night, and you're not going to tell me that she was anything but happy and ready to come home.
And this video to her husband dancing to their wedding song.
And that's all we talked about is what we're going to do when she got home. The very first thing she wanted to do was go to Walmart.
I can't make sense of it. It's a nightmare. Every day I wake up, it's a nightmare.
One giant piece of the puzzle, her sister says, comes from what the military told them about what happened 3 weeks prior at the water park, before the alleged assault in the car.
The CID told us on the phone that that night at the water park, 2 individuals that were not with her tried to sexually assault her in a restroom. But they stated clearly that the people that were with her, they tried to chase them down in a sort, and they were trying to help her.
No one has inquired with the family about the assault. We have taken it upon ourselves to get justice for Denisha. We have taken it upon ourselves to collect all evidence, to show that Denisha was not suicidal, to show that she was attacked and afraid for her life, and to show that she was ready to come back home.
We have asked the Army about the investigation and also about the alleged assault prior to her death. They declined our request for an interview, but said special agents with the Department of Army Criminal Investigation Division are investigating the death of Specialist Denisha Montgomery and would not comment further. Denisha was returned to her family on August 26th. En route to her burial, people in her hometown, Elizabethtown, Kentucky, lined the roads to salute her.
My daughter came home. They didn't give me no autopsy report, no cause of death. Where's all that? Where's all that at?
How dare you allow my niece's death to be in vain? How dare you prematurely tell us that this strong, beautiful individual took her life when we know better? We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. I am Denisha Montgomery Smith. That's her name, and I want everybody to say it. I am Denisha Montgomery Smith.
This family, no information from the military, no cause of death, no autopsy, a lot of evidence to suggest that foul play happened, and so many questions yet to be answered tonight, Marnie.
This is just the beginning, Rich. You and I both know this investigation will take a long time, but with the pressure from this family for answers, we're going to stay on this. Eye-opening and heartbreaking. Rich McHugh with this exclusive report tonight. Rich, thank you.
Yeah, that's an upsetting story about Denisha Montgomery. But you know, I think I'm seeing things on her on Twitter and other sites. I think they call her Nisha too. Nisha Montgomery or Denisha Montgomery. Yeah, can you imagine? She enlists into the service. She get raped by police, by the military police, and somehow they murder her. Just like our beloved Sandra Bland. So you guys, I'm not gonna go too much into that. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to highlight these things because I ultimately plan. You know what? I'm going to say this. I need help. So if you're watching this video, please, if you're interested in trying to help in any way, what I really want you guys to do, I want to say, is that when you see these type of videos, can you commit to like maybe commenting on one once a week, a couple days a week, sharing it, because my goal, my plan, my strategy is to have us more connected, to create more of a connection and an understanding of the importance of us being a group, acknowledging that we are a group, which I love, and recognizing that we need to be responsible for each other. You know, I'm so excited about that. You know, if y'all don't participate or help me, I'm going to get my feelings hurt. But I won't stop. I'm going to be sitting here by myself alone, begging and pleading and singing the praises of my plan for us to be a harmonious, you know, group of black people. It's my vision. And for me, it looks good when I look in the future. See, I have a smiling heart. When I see it in the future, I feel good about it. And I know everybody, I've been planning and plotting and creating, dreaming things my whole life. And those who know me, you know, they are used to me seeing my things come to fruition. It's just like who I am. I'm dreamy and I have ideas about things that are positive, that are fun-loving, encouraging, and rewarding. And I don't even want to think that I can't be successful in creating this harmonious connection between black people in this country. And we will be doing it on the backs of getting a liberation. And so thank you for watching my video. I think, you know what, you guys, I've got another, I was looking on here. You know, guys, you guys know I talk too much, and I'm really vowing to try to have the videos less than 20 minutes. If they go to 30 minutes, I'm sorry, I'm going to try not to. I really am going to try to get consistent with getting you guys good information, documenting what happened, and what happens as we document stuff, y'all. It may seem like, oh, okay, whatever. But listen, I'm going to talk to them about patterns. When we start documenting things over the course of over years, we're going to see patterns in things. Okay? All the things that happen to us is not by coincidence, you know. So yeah, look at this thing about the guy who was harassing the girl about the Black Mermaid. But there's another one that I want to talk to you guys about. It's about these kids. It's about here. Let me see if I still have it saved on here. I'm not going to probably be able to do it on here. But these little babies.
So why didn't Kern County or the state seek to keep?
I want to tell you their names. I think it's Arlen. Okay, two little foster boys are missing.
Disappearance and presumed United States.
And you guys, I'm trying to be calm about this, but am I not the only one that should be irate? Okay, if you're just a damn human being, you should be feeling like, how is social services losing babies? These two young black boys are missing. I think it's Orlin and something else. They both their names start with an O. It wasn't my intention to talk about this on this video. First, you guys know I need to get some sleep. But that's gonna be the next video. Yeah, I'll just update a quick trailer. The two little black boys are missing. They were wrongfully, I can't say wrongfully, but they were questionably removed from their home. And then CPS lost them. I said, this is my slogan. This is our slogan. This is the country's slogan of black people. America murders black men, harm black women, and take black babies for a profit. And I want to stop. If you're looking at this video, I want you to help me. See, I want to say black people, and specifically, I'm talking to black people. But you don't have to be black to see that there's a problem and there's an issue in this country amongst black people. I understand there are problems in this country, especially after COVID. But the situation with black people and the continued abuse, you guys, it's just been too long. And I really feel like if we get a better handle on that, it might change the trajectory of the culture of being American. I mean, I can't go into too deep because I haven't really put together any studies, but my gut instinct says if one group's improve, how does the other groups not improve? That's just the whole thing. It's like it's an instinctual thing. There are probably some statistics or like documentation or data that will describe or give some insight as to how things can change in the country with a change in our group. You guys, I know I'm on a tangent right now. I'm about to wrap this up. Yeah. You know what? I'm sitting here because I want to beg. Like, I want to beg you guys. And I'm just like, I'm never too shy to beg, okay? What's that so? I'm not too tired. I'm not too shy to beg. Listen, I will beg. If it's something that I need and want, in this desperate situation, I will beg you. And I'm begging you guys to get involved with me. Can you please, at minimum, can you subscribe to the channel? Because what's going to happen, this is what I know. I'm just kind of going kind of slow. I'm having some personal issues, so I'm not as vibrant. I'm not as on point or as efficient or effective in producing content as I will be. As I go on with anything, you guys will get better. But I just want you guys to get excited about it with me. I hope I'm being sincere. I really want to liberate black people. I want to do the best that I can with us. And I'm having some motivation issues because of my mental condition. When you guys give me love and say, I want engagement, like that's one of my problems. I want to get to the astrology part, but if this for those who know astrology, I have my North Node in Aries. So I'm supposed to be a trailblazer, and I'm supposed to do it on my own. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I'm like, come help. I always like to have people involved. Yeah. Hope y'all got it. I hope you guys got the point. So we're going to keep an eye on Pieper Lewis. We're going to check back and see what's going on with the investigation about Denisha Montgomery. And you guys, I really do would like to get some participation. People comment and stuff, and then I talk to I talk to people or engage with people outside of YouTube. They don't always come to YouTube. I guess a lot of times people stay comfortable on the platforms that they frequent daily. I kind of move around, So if you are on my Twitter or Instagram, please like and subscribe and be open to joining my party. We are the people, the Black Party. And I am the 20th key, and this is Reunite Sandy Speaks. Come fuck with me.
For war, killing us for jogging, kill us in our homes and fabricating and hiding. Where we had Sandra Bland's and Trayvon Martin's. If when you kill us, your family was a target. If your children was orphans, will you have compassion the next time you approach us? Yeah, we fed up, this is built up. Your city up in smoke, homeboy, we had enough. And I ain't Tyson, riots of violence heighten the climate. I'm saying you smack me, I'm punching you in your iris. Retaliation is prescribed in both Bible and Quran. In the matters of the slang, see an eye for an eye, especially if the Justice Department do not comply.